So you hear Coach Franklin talk about it. He was actually just on talking about the relationships, and this business being a relationship type business. One of the most important relationships I've always felt has been that relationship between the OC and the quarterback. How has that relationship been building with not just Drew, but with Bo and the rest of that room? You've talked about getting to learn each guy's strengths and weaknesses, but even just them as people, as men, not just players.
So it's been really cool because after me and Coach Franklin went through the interview process and however long that took, the first people he had me reach out to were all the quarterbacks. And you can get a sense, and your first impressions matter a lot. You talk to all those guys, and your first impression is so who they are, of genuine, sincere, down-to-earth people who really want to get better and help this place win. And that came off right away in the first 5 to 10 minutes of conversing with them, And we didn't get into, they weren't asking, I don't remember very well, I guess, but they weren't asking questions like, well, what are we going to call this? And what are we going to, what I mean? Like, they just want to succeed, and they know that there's so many ways to do that. And all they want to do is just get better. Mm-hmm. And so I've appreciated that. We're very lucky here. We got Danny O'Brien, as you guys know, and he does a great job working with those guys every day as a quarterback guy who's got professional, experience in his own right and playing Division I football. And to help them, from a technique and a QB standpoint, I know you guys have done it at a high level. There's something to be said about being in a situation where your coordinator just coordinates and your quarterback coach is the quarterback coach. Again, having done it in the past, something always gives when you call plays and coordinate while you're coaching a position. You got it, and we're super blessed here to have Danny. But to your point, the relationship that we have in the sense of, do they know why we're calling these plays? Do they know the intent of the play? You know what I mean? Like this is the progression for the read, whatever it might be, or the run play. Do they know why it is that way? That's what we spent time in the spring doing with them. Do you know why I would call this concept over here? To high-low the corner, or to get them to understand why those words are coming out of my mouth for them to go run the play, which is a huge step, to your point earlier, about how that can just get lost in the teaching process. You just start drawing lines and squigglies and say, well, your eyes go to this guy, and then this guy's coming back over here, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, right, and then you just forget, hey, why did we even call this thing?
Anyone can put up a play on the board and go, hey, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4 here, but...
What's going on, y'all? Christian Hackenberg with State Media in the Pocket. This segment is brought to you by Utz. Utz has a phenomenal line of potato chips and other snacks. We were fortunate enough to be able to enjoy them all weekend. They kept us fed and ready for all of these interviews that you all are about to enjoy. They've been a fantastic partner of ours, and we're looking forward to continuing to bring you guys exclusive content here at State Media.
As you said, that teaching aspect of the why, the how, who are we putting in stress on the defense? What are we trying to attack? That type of stuff I think is incredible for the coach quarterback, and that relationship to blossom and become very successful.
Yeah. And those guys have been awesome. I mean, all the ones you mentioned, Drew, Bo, Jackson, Grunkmeyer's here now, Lambo, those guys, that room is really, they're a stand-up room. They're awesome.